Hello, I believe we are officially live. Just give me 2 seconds, just need to make sure the stream's set up and everything. Perfect. So as you can see, we have improved the stream and everything, so now it should be a lot more professional looking, I would say. And hopefully we should be all smooth sailing. Yeah, it's not the best sort of layout, but and I know I've been very late, so I do apologize. I had some technical issues I had to sort out, and it just took me a while. But we're live. Sadly, that does mean we're not going to be doing any gaming today, but we should be doing it next week. Hi, hello everyone, how's it going? So yeah, hopefully this time next week we'll be doing weekly streams, I would say. This time we're not going to do any gaming, we're just going to be discussing the chapters, of course, and just going to go over that. But other than that, it should be all smooth sailing, I would say. And also, look, you can also view what you say in the chat as well. So yeah, that's like I said, new improvements made every week. So hopefully it should get better and better doing streaming. But for now, today we are going to be discussing Fatal 100 Year Quest, Chapter 106 and 107. I've seen some titles and I've seen some thumbnails, and let's just say a certain god dragons are starting to fight in these chapters, and it's going to be one hell of a fight. I can already tell that this is going to be something that is going to be on the next level, and maybe Natsu might be involved in this one way or another. Not 100% sure if that's going to be right or not, but sit back, relax, and let's get right into it. And also, if you notice as well, I've also added a little bit of music in the background for the stream, so I hope you guys like that too. Yeah, so let's get into it. So, Fatal 100 Quest, Chapter 106, as you can see from the front cover. Chapter 106, Flame and Moon. He is a do-it-yourselfer for his family. Just leave the ironworks to him. Of course. So if you don't know, Levi, of course, is she's pregnant, so she's gonna have Gajiel's kid. So yeah, that's a little bit of a shocker for a lot of people, considering that he was technically one of the villains at the beginning. He literally tied up Levi and did some bad stuff to her all the way to season one, and yet now he's actually a good guy. And yeah, they got together in a weird sort of way. Hmm. Yeah, unlikeliest of relationships, but hey, it's fairy tale. Anything can happen. So let's get into the first pages. So it's of course picking up where it left off in the previous chapter between Erza and of course Misaki. It looks like Erza is saying, Erza, that lady's back, and Charlotte says, oh no, her damage from the alternative space is accumulating. So now Erza is actually feeling the full power of the damage that she got inflicted on when she was in the other dimension created by Misaki. So now, Wendy's coming. She says, Sky Dragon's Breath. Charlotte, of course, is happy Wendy is here, and of course, Gajiel happy Lily was with her too. Gray is trying to. So something's happening to Erza, where apparently she's actually. It looks like she's been severely damaged by what's happening. And. Oh, Wendy said, I just cast a bit of recovery magic, but the damage is worse than I thought. Gajiel saying, what about the other lady? Oh yeah, she's gone, 100%. She ain't coming back. Damn, that is very very bad. Well, what can you do? That's what happens when you mess with Erza and her skull hair, of course. So, Grace says, of course, the odds were totally against her, and she still got the job done. That's our Ezra, Charlotte says. Gajiel then asks, so what's with the kid? Lily's a little surprised and says, an enemy. Wendy wouldn't leave him behind, but Gajiel says, just leave him. He's the enemy, right? And Wendy says, would it be alright if we laid him next to that woman? And, oh, it looks like he's woken up, and he says, no way, I want to stay with Wendy. And Lily says, you brat, you were still conscious. And it looks like Gajiel made sure that he went back to unconscious, because he said, don't just break up like that, you little punk, I just pushed it. Ah, nice. So he actually made him unconscious. So that's Gajiel for you, man. He always does the weirdest sort of stuff, and he's definitely a interesting character in Fairy Tail. That's all I would say. But yeah, so then it goes off to Gajiel, says, Dash asleep. Natsu, Lucy, and Happy, and Laxus. I hope we can join up with them somehow. So yeah. Ooh, it goes to Lucy now. She's actually riding Virgo in a Yeah, that's an interesting picture. I'm not going to say to anyone. And Lacta says, is that any way to carry someone? And Virgo says, indeed, the princess likes it this way. I as well, I believe. I feel sorry for Lucy just for being with you. Of course, Virgo likes her punishment stuff and everything, so you can't really blame her for doing stuff like that. But yeah, other than that, it looks like everything's okay with Lucy. She's not really on critical point, but other than that, she's actually really good. Oh, so now it goes back to Natsu and Suzaku. They have found an underground staircase. Natsu said, of course, alright, time to attack. And he says, "I, sir." But before they go, Suzaku stops him and says, wait, did you not notice? For some time now, the atmosphere has grown thick with magic power every level we descend. And Natsu says, yeah, more about it. Suzaku says, it means we may be close to the deepest depths. Ooh, interesting. So let's just see what's going on here. Ah, so it looks like here it says, Natsu says, well, Suzaku says first, so take heed. Natsu says, I know you. And Suzaku says, you care. Wait for me, Natsu. But then Natsu says something in a little bit of a serious voice. He says, if anything, you're the one who has been careful till now. From the moment Ignia showed up, I'm always been ready for war. Ooh, and he gives that off with a serious look. That straight would tell me that Natsu is angry that Suzaku is here, but he's also now at his serious mode because if he's not, Ignia will literally destroy him. He has witnessed Ignia's powers firsthand, and if he does not take this fight seriously, well, we've already seen what happened before, so that may happen again, but this time much worse. So now they go down the staircase and they go into this deep cavern. Suzaku says, there's quite the different air about this. How odd. Natsu says, that's Ignia sent. He's here. Somewhere on this floor, which is quite depth. Ooh, now it goes to Ignia. He says, it took long enough, but looks like it's finally ready. Dogramag. Ooh, what is this? It looks like there's something in the center of a pedestal. He said, and so in the next page it says, Ignia says, I get it. So you use this heart to advance the plan, huh? You really were my one true friend. Hmm. Okay, what's going on here? This is happening. And then Ignia picks up the stone and he says, only you had the same idea I had. Now let's get this started. He picks up the little jewel in the middle of the pedestal, but then something happens. Someone's warping into the room. I wonder who that could be. Ooh, Selene in a very serious way comes behind Suzaku. Ignia's surprised and he says, Selene. Selene says, Ignia. And then she strikes Ignia, trying to get the item that he just picked up. Ignia says, that's some way to say hello. And of course Selene says, I'm not going to hand that over. Then Ignia says, the heart of Elsphiria, the Lord Dragon. Oh, so that's his heart. Now that's interesting. His heart from back when he was a human. That is, he remembers where to find every single weapon made by man. And when you going to use them to kill me and Vernius? Selene says, truly, I never imagined you desire the power of human as well. Ignia says, I've got no interest in those weapons. Selene's a little bit shocked, thinking, why does he not want those weapons? What's his plan? And then Ignia says, and I don't need this heart anymore. Selene says stop, but before she could stop it, it looks like she's actually burnt. Oh wow. She's actually burnt Elsphia's heart. What does this mean? How? Why would he burn his heart? What is this? Why would he ever do that? It's the Lord Dragon's heart. With that, you have knowledge of everything that happened on Earth, including all the secrets to all the destruction weapons, even greater than Face. You've got all the access to that knowledge, and then you burn it up. Why did you do that? But apparently something happened. As he burned it up, Elsphiria came back to the normal world. The crow, of course, is with him. And it looks like Elsphiria actually felt the pain of his heart being burnt by Ignia, because now it looks like he's actually in a dire situation. That's not good. Then it goes back to Selene and Ignia. Ignia says Dogramag was using the heart to advance a certain plan of his. Or, should I say, a plan of mine. Selene's thinking, what plan does he have? And then Ignia says, that face. It's as if you can already guess. Take a guess. Selene says, I won't let you. And Ignia says, why are you siding with the humans? Selene says, because the age of dragons is over. Ignia says, no, it's only just beginning. And this is where the thumbnail comes in, because this is where I got the picture for the thumbnail. So Selene and Ignia have transformed into their dragon form. And by this, you can tell this is going to be one hell of a battle, because they're showing both of them are going to go serious versus each other. Ignia says, I'll use every trace of you to... Sorry, I'll turn every trace of you to ash, Selene. Selene says, not before the moon's distortion erases you, Ignia. And just as they come out, it looks like Natsu and Suzaku have found Selene and Suzaku preparing for their battle. And Suzaku says that, and then Natsu says Ignia and Selene. And that is the end of chapter 106. Wow, first impressions? A lot of mystery behind why Ignia was there and what he wants to do with the Lord Dragonheart. Second thing, the fight between two god dragons. Even Selene said it before, if they were to fight, it would bring about great catastrophe to the earth, because their powers are so great, they'll literally destroy any sort of country or landscape they're on. The fact that they're fighting each other over a matter about the Lord Dragon's heart is something really mysterious. But I want to go back to the point about Ignia. So Ignia wanted to use the Lord Dragon's heart to to advance a plan of his that him and Dogramag agreed on. Selene thought it was for humans because she thought it was going to be used to, let's just say she thought it was going to be used to find the human weapons to destroy the remaining god dragons, but that wasn't the case. Apparently the case was that she actually wanted to, he wanted to revive the dragons, I think. So I'm thinking, this is going to be my thinking as well, Ignia's plan is to restore all the dragons or bring back the dragons that are dead, somehow using some ancient magic, I guess, or he's planning on bringing the dragons from the past into the future. Just like using the gate portal, they were able to bring back some of them, but thanks to it being destroyed, they went back to their own time. I'm thinking he has a plan to revive the dragons, but if it's going to be old or new, I have no clue. But then again, that doesn't match with what he said initially to Natsu. He said he wants to burn the earth. He wants to be burning everything. So if he wants to burn everything, why does he want control of all the dragons? And why does he want to bring them back? There's no point in for you to do that if you want to burn the world. So the fact that he has that type of plan to bring back all the dragons, but not even just that, he also discusses with Dogramag, the sixth god dragon, which we never knew about. He discussed it with him, and the fact that Dogramag was able to help advance this plan of Ignia, he was able to advance it, and thanks to him, with the little help of his Elsphere's heart, he now knows what to do. That's why he burned the heart, because he no longer needs it. But yeah, that's a little bit interesting. Let's go into chapter 107 now. Which, 2 seconds, let me just go ahead and change something real quick. Where is it? Where is it? There we are. Chapter 107, The Duel of the Dragons. This man has the best nose in Fairy Tail. Even if you're underground, you can't escape him. Oh, of course, Hiramashima's gotta do something a little bit cheeky like this. He's actually shown Natsu found a rat who's stolen some perfume. Interesting to start off 107, Hiramashima. Very interesting. Now let's get into the first page. It shows Ignia and Selene in their dragon forms, and they are getting ready to throw down. Definitely from the way they're looking at each other. And Suzaku says, good gods, what did we do, Natsu? Sorry, what do we do, Natsu? Natsu says, what do we do? Those two are gonna duke it out, right? Natsu says, so we're gonna join in, obviously. I'm all fired up. And Happy somehow has come out of nowhere, and he says, that's just Natsu being Natsu. Then Selene says, a bout between dragon gods. Neither of us will walk away unscathed. But then Ignia gives her back saying, wanna bet? And then they both release their breath onto each other, which it looks like, I'm guessing Selene's is the dragon slaying art for moon breath, and of course Ignia's is a fire dragon breath. But he's a god, of course, so it's a fire dragon god breath. So yeah, this battle is getting underway. It's caused a massive explosion that's pushed away Natsu and Suzaku. And Suzaku says, My katana could not as much scratch the labyrinth walls, and yet they easily destroyed a lot of the walls. Insane power they have, and they've literally now starting to fight. It looks like they were unscathed by each other's attack, and it looks like Selene's surrounding Ignia with these little moon bubbles. Interesting, we've not really seen her magic as much, so this is very interesting to find out what type of magic she uses. He then launches. Oh wait, never mind. I'm stupid. It's not Selene that's done that. It's actually Ignia. It looks like he's created little fireballs, and he's launching all of that against Selene. She looks like she's taking some damage actually, but then before all of the balls could hit her, she charges up to Ignia and headbutts him. Interesting attack, Selene. You can do anything else but that. Very interesting. So then in the next page, it shows that she actually did a tail whip on him. Another physical attack rather than using magic. And she actually, wow, so this is interesting. She actually hit, well, she just literally threw down Ignia onto the ground and it destroyed it. Wow. But then, ooh, this, what's this? So Natsu is starting to remember something between Selene and Ignia fighting. It looks like he's remembering when Natsu fought Acnologia and then Acnologia killed Ignia. Wow. I do understand that this sort of power is similar to that time, but yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen, Natsu. Then Selene says, those were the flames of the son of Ignia, the Fire Dragon King. Don't make me laugh. Ooh, she's starting to bring on family now, huh, Selene? Interesting. Why would you do that? Moonlight Palm. Ooh, now she uses her moonlight magic. It looks like it damaged Ignia, but Ignia says, don't make me laugh. That's my line. And then Suzaku says, this is different from when she battled me. So this is the true Selene. Of course it is. She would never go serious versus a human. It's only another god dragon that she would technically be this serious. Don't you dare compare me to his level. And then Selene's body, it's burning. And her body has been literally engulfed in flames. Nice attack, Ignia. And then he says, ha 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 ha. Suzaku screams Selene, and then Ignia says, so ends the dragon who calls it up to humans. You running from me, Selene? As she runs away with all the flames while she's engulfed by Ignia's flames. And then in the next panel, it looks like, so she traveled through to a portal, but then Ignia expects his attack and he says, I get it. So you went through the water, but my flames will. Selene launches an attack called Moonlight Butterflies, which, now this is a very powerful attack caused by her. And in the next panel, it shows Ignia definitely took the brunt force of this. And Selene says, your greatest weakness is your arrogance. You believe that nobody can defeat you. Ignia says, I believe it because it's true. Now it's my turn. And now they're going in for another head-on attack. Natsu then screams, stop! Everyone stops surprisingly, which is quite interesting. And then in the next panel, it shows flashbacks to when Ignia got killed by Natsu. Selene says, why stop us? Regardless of which one of us wins, there's still one less enemy for you to worry about. Ignia says, what did I do? What did I remind you of when the old man died? I know all about it. Acnologia got him real good. My old man was the strongest dragon, but Acnologia still killed him. But I'm different, Natsu. If it were me, I would have beaten Acnologia. Ooh, like this. Oh wow, so he did a sneak attack and he actually used a breath and yeah, that's not looking good for Selene. He's literally opened up a hole inside of Selene. Yeah, that's not looking good for you, Selene. And the chapters ended with Ignia's evil laugh, Selene looking like he's been defeated, and Natsu screaming Ignia. So that's chapter 107. That's an insane fight, an interesting ending for Selene. But this also begs the question, what's going to happen next? What's going to happen in the next chapter? Is it going to be Natsu versus Ignia in the next chapter? And are we going to see Natsu unlocking a new power? Possibly END. So I will admit the Moon God Dragon fight was a little bit one-sided. It definitely could have been a lot better. It might have been better if it was a couple of chapters, but I will say though, this fight was definitely worth the hype. Ignia definitely showed off his power. Selene definitely felt like it wasn't really as much of a serious fight as it was before, but you can definitely tell that she was giving it her all because she was versus another god dragon, so she had to, or if she didn't, she would die. So yeah, definitely an interesting fight between them two. Definitely great chapters. And my only thinking now is if Selene is defeated, who can stop Ignia from carrying out his plan? So my prediction for 108, this is going to be my prediction for 108. I believe that Selene's not dead, of course, because technically, even though she's got a hole open up in her by Acnologia, she's not dead, I don't think. So most likely she's still alive. She probably will retreat for a bit so that she can heal up from the damage caused to her by Ignia. But of course, right now in the battle, she is probably going to be out for the count. So who's going to be standing up next to fight? Suzuka's probably going to try to fight, but he's going to easily be brushed away. So the only person left to fight in this battle will be Natsu. Natsu versus Ignia is definitely going to be happening. So the only question is, will Natsu be able to be a challenge for Ignia? Because he wasn't a challenge at all before when they were versus Mercphobia. He had to borrow some of Ignia's power in order for him to be even a threat to Mercphobia. So right now it's going to be, is Natsu going to have enough power to defeat Ignia? And if so, will he unlock an E and D inside of him in order for him to stand a chance to be versus him? That's going to be the main question indeed, and that's going to be hopefully what's going to be happening in the next chapter 108. But other than that, I believe the next chapter is going to reveal something which is going to be shocking to us all. And, well, this just shows one thing. The Fire God Dragon is definitely better than the Moon God Dragon. That has been 100% confirmed in this battle. And it also shows another side to Ignia. His arrogance of not being able to take it that he could lose a battle definitely shows within this fight. So maybe, like Selene said, that could be his weakness later on in the future. But for now, he can't say it because he is a very powerful enemy indeed. But yeah, that was definitely an interesting battle. An interesting fight indeed. And yeah, I would say that was definitely two great chapters. So yeah, sadly this is going to be the end of the stream. I'm sorry guys. It's just because I would have done this much earlier and we would have been playing some games right now, but sadly I don't have enough time and it is getting quite late here, so I do of course need to go. But I hope you guys enjoyed it, and don't worry, this is going to be a weekly thing. So this time, well, earlier next week, maybe Fridays and Saturdays, it's going to be at least once a week. We are going to be streaming, of course, the chapters. We're going to be streaming discussions about other possibilities, and we are just going to be discussing, and heck, we're also going to be even live streaming some games. So I hope you guys enjoy this video and enjoy the live stream. I hope next week as well we can make it a lot more better too for you guys. And if you could drop a like on the video and subscribe, that would be much appreciated. Thank you guys for watching, and of course thank you to Crystals for being in the chat and spamming all those emojis. Thank you very much indeed for sticking around this long. Don't know why you did, but thank you very much. And of course thank you for you guys that, heck, if you watch it after the live stream is over, I thank you guys the most because that shows that you really do like my content. So thank you guys very much, and thank you guys for just allowing me to do this, because it is really hard to do sometimes. But I shall be hopefully posting some videos soon, probably like once a week edited videos, and I would definitely say watch out for my next video, because my next video is going to be discussing an interesting theory about Acnologia and the dark past which Elsphiria did not want to reveal to the crew. So make sure to stay tuned for that, and heck, if I don't create a video, we'll discuss it in the live stream. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I hope you guys have a great day. Take care, and peace out.